Hey gang, so every day you can check the arrest logs here in Burbank, and you're gonna be able to catch that up from I just use Google. I just Google daily arrest logs Burbank, and you'll see the web page. But here's the URL. It's kind of a long one. I will put it in the description of the video down below, so you can just link to it. But every day, I check these arrest logs and I see what's going on in the community, and they're a few days behind. What I mean, I don't mean behind, but there's like a little delay of the actual arrest log showing up on the web, and that's just because they have to. I presume they have to prepare the report. So this is 4 days ago. So in 4 days, whoever was arrested today, you'll see the report. So the September 26th was an interesting day. I was doing a census and offering services to I always try to get people out of the street. I do these censuses. Tough love, because if you watch my videos, it's tough love. You refuse service, and I don't have any sympathy for you. My empathy is only as deep as your willingness to work it out. If people could, oh, people are homeless. I'm like, no, we have shelters. There's places to go everywhere. So, there's literally billions of dollars in America being committed to helping people in need. And so if someone's on the street, it's their choice. It's their choice, and they're almost always struggling with drug addiction, or they are extremely mentally ill, and they are probably mentally ill because of meth addiction. And the reason I come to these conclusions is personal experience. And people say, well, how do you know? I'm like, that's not the question you should be asking. It should be like, how do we get them off the street? Because I know when I was a little boy, my mom is a psychiatrist. She was a state hospital psychiatrist. She used to take me to work. I learned all about addiction problems and mental health. Chicken or the egg? Well, I'll tell you from my personal experience, it was first drugs, then mental illness. It's not the other way around. Oh no, the mentally ill people take drugs. I'm like, no. That's not it. And they had pain and they need it. No, you're talking about people who are doing meth or smoking 90% THC. They're going to get psychotic breaks. They're going to go crazy. It's the drugs that's doing it. So don't feel so bad. So page 2 of the 26th of September, you'll see that Robert Tebbetts is his name. He is a transient. I did a report on him earlier. He is a transient man. He's quite big. He was a big guy, in case you hadn't noticed, 6'4", very big man. And he was sleeping over by the west exit of where Macy's is, just sleeping with a shopping cart. I was 30 feet away, and I went to take an image of him for Street Plus to let them know that he needed some assistance. And the man, he threw I presume it was a rock. I did not see it be a rock, but he picked up he picked up an item from the ground and then threw it. Amazingly, he hit my car, and it was quite far, so I was surprised that he had such good aim, but he did. And then rammed my vehicle with his shopping cart and scratched up the mirror, damaged the rear window, slight damage to the rear trunk lid, and the rubber on the trunk lid, or the rubber on the rear. What I'm trying to say is the rubber that holds the rear window in. And then he was moseying on down the road. So I called for the police department, and they say here a citizen arrest. You know what? Because there's so many people here in America now that aren't actually Americans. They now call it a private party arrest. I got schooled on that the other day. I got schooled on that by a judge, actually. I was having a chat with a judge, and he says, it's private party arrest, not citizen's arrest. I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's the state we live in, right? So if you go through these reports and you take a look at them day by day, you're going to notice that, alcohol and drug abuse is like the primary cause of crimes in our city. And you look at one day at a time. You just go through here. I strongly recommend everybody take a look. Drug paraphernalia, violent crimes caused by people like Robert Tebbets. I'll be going to court to prosecute that case because you got to prosecute your own private party arrests. But for those of you, if somebody commits a crime, a misdemeanor not committed in the presence of a police officer has to be a private party arrest. Don't be shy. If somebody commits a crime against you or somebody else and you observe it and you feel like it would be appropriate to do a private party arrest, I think you should do it. I think it would be a good idea. So that's the scoop regarding daily arrest logs. I encourage you to take a look at them. Folks, we have to be very, 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 very diligent. This city of Burbank has the potential to get overrun by meth, heroin, and pot addicts. The alcoholics have always been around. I mean, it's difficult to undo the. You're not going to get rid of liquor stores anytime soon. They're already here. But what we can do is we can be very diligent about, having your Ring doorbell so that it's like video, reporting everything you can imagine that looks like a crime. Please don't report cats and trees, but let's make sure we're all coming together as a community and doing our best to notify the police, non-emergency number, of course, and making sure that we're making them aware of problems. For the first time ever, there was aggressive panhandling, which normally you wouldn't call the police for, but the man was standing in the middle of the road. And that was at Victory and Magnolia yesterday. And so I called the non-emergency number 818-238-3000. 818-238-3000. That's the Burbank Police Department non-emergency number. They will answer immediately. And it's a better police department than in the past. I'll be honest. I don't know. Maybe I'm offending the past managers, but it's a new team, and or I should say, it's the team moved up because the chief went out, and there's a new interim chief, and then you have folks there that are really just focused on cleaning up the community. For those of you that don't understand what's going on around, you're just at home or you're at the office, please get out, please take a look, and you'll see these things happening. And take a few minutes out of your life and out of your day to study what's going on in the community, and you will notice that our wealthy, generous nature, our wealthy community, and our generous nature has attracted a lot of bad elements. You look at the police report. You've got people doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and if you look day after day, it's people from out of the area. Now, there's a guy from Sean Denzel is from Burbank, but every other arrest on the report, every other arrest is somebody that's from Los Angeles, North Hollywood. They're not Burbankers. Sean was the only one that got arrested that's a Burbanker. These people come here because they know we got money. They come here to do bad things. They're not residents. So be vigilant and report it. 818-238-3000. That's the non-emergency police number.